Sweden competed at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, from 3 to 20 August 2016. Swedish athletes have competed at every Summer Olympic Games in the modern era, except for the sparsely attended 1904 Summer Olympics in St. Louis. They extended the medaling streak to 47 straight Olympic Games by obtaining a silver in women's road race. Medalists. The following Swedish competitors won medals at the Games. In the by-discipline sections below, medalists' names are bolded. Competitors. Archery. One Swedish archer has qualified for the women's individual recurve at the Olympics by virtue of a top-6 national finish at the 2016 Archery World Cup meet in Antalya, Turkey. Athletics. 16 Swedish athletes have been selected to compete in the Games. The SOC selected its athletes with a specific qualifying standard based on the results at the 2012 Summer Olympics, 2013 IAAF World Championships and the 2015 IAAF World Championships to ensure that the athlete can reach a top 8 position. Keynote ranks given for track events are within the athlete's heat only. Q equals qualified for the next round. Q equals qualified for the next round as a fastest loser or, in field events, by position without achieving the qualifying target. Near equals national record. NA equals round not applicable for the event. By equals athlete not required to compete in round. Men track and amp road events, field events, women track and amp road events, field events. Badminton. Sweden has qualified one badminton player for the men's singles into the Olympic tournament. London 2012 Olympian Henri Heiskanen had claimed his Olympic spot as one of top 34 individual shuttlers in the BWF World Rankings as of the 5th of May 2016. Boxing. Sweden has qualified one boxer to compete in the women's middleweight division into the Olympic boxing tournament. 2012 Olympian Anna Laurel Nash had claimed her Olympic spot with a semi-final victory at the 2016 European qualification tournament in Samsun, Turkey. Canoeing. Slalom. Sweden has received a spare Olympic berth freed up by the Netherlands to send a canoeist competing in the men's K1 class, as the next highest-ranked eligible individual not yet qualified at the 2016 European Canoe Slalom Championships in Liptovsky Mikuláš, Slovakia, signifying the nation's debut in slalom canoeing. Sprint. Sweden has qualified a single boat in men's K1 200 meters for the Games through the 2015 ICF Canoe Sprint World Championships. Meanwhile, 2 additional boats were awarded to the Swedish squad by virtue of a top 2 national finish at the 2016 European qualification regatta in Duisburg, Germany. On the 25th of July 2016, one additional boat was awarded to the Swedish squad in the men's K2 200 meters and one in women's K1 500 meters, as a response to the removal of 5 boats held by the Russians from the International Canoe Federation due to the previous doping bans and their implications in the disappearing positive methodology set out in the McLaren report on Russia's state-sponsored doping. SOG decided to decline the spot in the men's K2 200 meters but selected Karen Johansson for women's K1 500 meters. Qualification legend. FA equals qualify to final. FB equals qualify to final B. Cycling. Road. Swedish riders qualified for the following 3 quota places in women's Olympic road race by virtue of the top 13 national finish in the 2016 UCI World Ranking. Mountain biking. Swedish mountain bikers qualified for 1 men's and women's quota place each into the Olympic cross-country race, as a result of the nation's 19th place finish for men and 16th for women, respectively, in the UCI Olympic ranking list of the 25th of May 2016. with Olympic selection criteria requiring riders to show top-age potential. The SOC had decided to nominate one mountain biker to the Olympic roster instead, which was awarded to Jenny Rissveds in women's cross-country. Equestrian. Swedish equestrians have qualified a full squad in all three disciplines through the 2014 FEI World Equestrian Games, the 2015 European Dressage Championships and the 2015 European Eventing Championships. Mads Hendeliowicz, Linda Algertsen and Charlotte Mordecini were named as reserves. Reserve Linda Algertsen and her horse Fairnet stepped in to compete when Anna Nilsson's horse Luron got an airway infection. Dressage. Swedish dressage team was named on the 1st of July 2016. Therese Nilshagen was originally selected for the team, but her horse Dante Weltino was ill, so she was replaced by Mads Hendeliowicz. Hash indicates that the score of this rider does not count in the team competition, since only the best three results of a team are counted. Eventing. Hash indicates that the score of this rider does not count in the team competition, since only the best three results of a team are counted. Jumping. To indicates that the rider only qualified for the team competition. Hash indicates that the score of this rider does not count in the team competition, since only the best three results of a team are counted. Football. Summary. Key. AET. After extra time. P. Match decided by penalty shootout. Men's tournament. Sweden's men's football team qualified for the Olympics by virtue of a top four finish and progressing to the semi-final match of the 2015 UEFA European Under-21 Championship in the Czech Republic. Team roster. The following is the Swedish squad in the men's football tournament at the 2016 Summer Olympics. The team of 18 players was officially named on the 15th of July. On the 23rd of July, Jordan Larsson left the squad due to refusal of his club to release for the games. View Talk head coach, Håkan Eriksson *over-aged player. Group play women's tournament. The Swedish women's football team qualified for the Olympics by winning the gold medal and securing a lone outright berth at the UEFA Olympic qualifying tournament in the Netherlands. Team roster. The following is the Sweden squad in the women's football tournament at the 2016 Summer Olympics. The team of 18 athletes was officially named on the 28th of June 2016. View Talk head coach, Pia Sundhage. Group stage quarter-final semi-final gold medal match. Golf. Sweden has entered 4 golfers into the Olympic tournament. David Lingmerth, Henrik Stenson, Pernilla Lindberg and Anna Nordqvist qualified directly among the top 60 eligible players for the respective individual events based on the IGF World Rankings as of the 11th of July 2016. Gymnastics. Artistic. Sweden has entered 1 artistic gymnast into the Olympic competition. Emma Larsson had claimed her Olympic spot in the women's apparatus and all-around events at the Olympic test event in Rio de Janeiro. Women handball. Summary. Men's tournament. The Swedish men's handball team qualified for the Olympics by virtue of a top 2 finish at the second meet of the Olympic qualification tournament in Malmö. Team roster. The final squad of 14 players were presented on the 6th of July 2016. The following is the Swedish roster in the men's handball tournament of the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk head coaches, Ola Lindgren and Staffan Olsson. Group stage women's tournament. Sweden's women's handball team qualified for the Olympics by virtue of a top 2 finish at the third meet of the Olympic qualification tournament in Astrakhan, Russia. Team roster. The final squad of 14 players were presented on the 5th of July 2016. The following is the Swedish roster in the women's handball tournament of the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk. On the 16th of August, Hanna Blomstrom replaced Michaela Ek due to an injury. Head coach, Henrik Signal. Group play quarter-final judo. Sweden has qualified 4 judokas for each of the following weight classes at the Games. Brothers Robin and Martin Pacek, along with London 2012 Olympian Marcus Nyman, were ranked among the top 22 eligible judokas for men in the IJF World Rankings of 30 May 2016, while Mia Hermanslund at women's half middleweight earned a continental quota spot from the European region, as the highest-ranked Swedish judoka outside of direct qualifying position. Rowing. Sweden has qualified 1 boat in the women's single sculls for the Olympics at the 2015 FISA World Championships in Lac d'Aigueblat, France. Qualification legend. FA equals final A, FB equals final B, FC equals final C, FD equals final D, FA equals final E, FF equals final F, SAR B equals semi-finals A, B, SC D equals semi-finals C, D, J, F equals semi-finals E, F, Q, F equals quarter-finals, R equals repechage. Sailing. Swedish sailors have qualified 1 boat in each of the following classes through the 2014 ISAF Sailing World Championships, the Individual Fleet Worlds, and European Qualifying Regattas. In December 2015, the Swedish Olympic Committee had announced the names of 6 crews to be selected to the Rio Regatta, including 2012 Olympic champion Max Salminen, while laser sailor Jesper Stalheim joined the fleet 4 months later in another Olympic selection. Men-women M equals medal race, L equals eliminated, did not advance into the medal race. Shooting. Swedish shooters have achieved quota places for the following events by virtue of the best finishes at the 2014 and 2015 ISSF World Championships, the 2015 ISSF World Cup Series, and European Championships Games, as long as they obtained a minimum qualifying score by the 31st of March 2016. On the 14th of November 2015, skeet shooters Stefan Nielsen and Marcus Svensson were among the initial batch of Swedish athletes to assure the selection to the Olympic team. Initially, Sweden secured a quota place in the women's 10 meters air rifle, but the Swedish Olympic Committee chose to exchange it with the men's double trap instead based on performances throughout the qualifying period. The slot was awarded to London 2012 silver medalist Håkan Dahlby. Qualification legend. Q equals qualify for the next round. Q equals qualify for the bronze medal. Swimming. Swedish swimmers have so far achieved qualifying standards in the following events, and potentially won at the Olympic selection time. A total of 11 Swedish swimmers were selected to the Olympic team, with Therese Alshammar becoming the first female ever to compete in her 6th straight games. The swimming roster also featured current world record holder Sarah Sjöström in the women's 100 meters butterfly. Men-women table tennis. Sweden has entered 3 athletes into the table tennis competition at the Games. Gerald and Lee Fent secured one of the 10 available Olympic berths each in the men's and women's singles, respectively, while Matilda Ekholm rounded out the Olympic lineup by winning the repechage playoff match at the European qualification tournament in Halmstad. Christian Carlsen was automatically selected among the top 22 eligible players to join Gerald in the men's singles based on the ITTF Olympic rankings. Matthias Carlsen was awarded the 3rd spot to build the men's team for the Games by virtue of a top 10 national finish outside the continental zones in the ITTF Olympic rankings. Anton Kalberg has been selected as reserve in the men's team event. Taekwondo. Sweden entered 2 athletes into the Taekwondo competition at the Olympics. Nikita Glasnovich and 2012 Olympian Elin Johansson qualified automatically for in the respective classes by finishing in the top 6 WTF Olympic rankings. Tennis. Sweden has entered 1 tennis player into the Olympic tournament. Johanna Larsson qualified directly for the women's singles as one of the top 56 eligible players in the WTA World Rankings as of the 6th of June 2016. Triathlon. Sweden has entered 1 triathlete to compete at the Games. London 2012 silver medalist Lisa Nordin was ranked among the top 40 eligible triathletes in the women's event based on the ITU Olympic qualification list as of the 15th of May 2016. Weightlifting. Sweden received an unused quota place from IWF to send a female weightlifter to the Olympics, as a response to the vacancy of women's quota places in the individual world rankings and to the multiple positive cases of doping on several nations. This marked Sweden's historic debut in women's weightlifting at the Games. Wrestling. Sweden has qualified a total of 7 wrestlers for each of the following weight classes into the Olympic competition. 3 of them finished among the top 6 to book Olympic spots each in all women's freestyle events at the 2015 World Championships. Meanwhile, 4 further wrestlers had claimed the remaining Olympic slots to round out the Swedish roster in separate world qualification tournaments, 2 of them at the initial meet in Ulaanbaatar and 2 more at the final meet in Istanbul. Key VT victory by fall. PP decision by points, the loser with technical points. PO decision by points, the loser without technical points. Saint technical superiority, the loser without technical points and a margin of victory of at least 8 to 10 points.